sitting up here, so I invited Carbonation to sit in with me. You know, maybe I'll just have True sit in with me. You up for it, True? Or are you still trying to wake up? Okay, we're gonna let True sleep. We can have Eliana, but she hella serious right now. She getting her life in order, but she's still gonna have to answer. You know, you could be a victim and a villain at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Look at Patty Hearst, but in this case, I don't think it's Patty Hearst syndrome. Yeah, you know, we can have the whole crew up here, which might be a little better. So let me see what's going on here. Let me see if you guys remember this, okay? Make sure my mic is muted.
We have died already. Our lives, progressions of death, whom shall we fear? We, the strange fruit of Billy's moans, watched ourselves swing from trees. Watched them carve away the bones of our men. Sat passively in classes while they faggotized our minds. Hey, man.
For God's children to not be stumbled and not to be hindered and perturbed by their own self because they didn't have enough energy to get up and get what needs to be done. I want you to get up and actually go out and do it. Quit your job. Work for free. You know your talents. If you're God's children, you know you have a talent. Use that talent and get what, work for free and master your reality and study thyself, and everything else will be added unto you. You don't need to worry about any of that other stuff that you're thinking about. Don't worry about what you don't have. Don't worry about what you need. Just think about what you need. Say you go get that. Take steps towards it, and it's gonna happen. And everybody's journey is different, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Everybody's journey is different, so all I can say is that, what I just said.
Nobody knows about this. Y'all know about this. Nobody else knows about this. So, I ended up reaching out to this Kama Sutra coach, because I wanted to connect with my soul. I wanted to go into that higher plane of existence, and I knew that sex could get me there, but I was like, but how? And so something said, go to Kama Sutra, and so I did. So and it didn't last long. I'm gonna tell you why it didn't last long. So I get this coach, right, and we're going through the internet. I only had one session with this man, and it was a white man, and he was like in the Netherlands or somewhere. He had an accent. And so he asked me all these questions, and he was like, yeah, and I think he even said that my sacral chakra was blocked. That he was like, yeah, and he was like, it started when you was a child. And I was like, yeah, and he was like, well, we're going to open you up. And I was like, okay. And so he was like, and he asked me how I felt about my body, and I was obviously ashamed of it. And he was like, well, he said, you're going to have to let go of that shame. And
I got to cut in for a second. What's up? Tanya Hicks in the building. Smoothie Lady in the building. Long time no see. Observing stuff in the building and people in the background. You know what irks me the most? Is people who assume things but don't read things. You know what I'm saying? Like, she should have known right off the back that the Kama Sutra guy was full of shit. You mean to tell me nobody know what Kama Sutra is about? Everybody think Kama Sutra is about sex positions. Kama Sutra probably talks about 39 positions. There's only one chapter out of 7. One chapter does not make a sex book alone. Then how to drug women. There's one whole chapter about drugging women.
Sitting there, and he was like, and as you're touching the remote controller, start touching yourself. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I said, this session is over with. And so after that, I did not have the session with him. And I don't know if maybe I wasn't mature enough to handle, or I was smart enough to know, I don't know if this is right, but I'm not going to do this anymore. So that was my one little thing with the Kama Sutra thing. But what I realized,
because I'm not embarrassed of what happened. Like every little decision that I made back when I was in Babylon, I'm not ashamed. But when I was in Babylon, I did worry a lot. Like my sun, my Mercury, and my Jupiter in the 9th house, right? So after every situation where I feel like I could have done better, I'm always taking it and magnifying it and seeing like what I could have done better. And so since I'm so optimistic as well, no matter even what that person did, if they reacted negatively, I still switch it around and I make it positive.
and my grandfather was a minister of a denomination. Okay, so everything that Chief said about the preacher's daughter was true. Now, let's go a step back. When I was younger, I was very aware of the difference of my body compared to a male and a female. And I was very curious, but no one set me down and spoke to me about my sexuality. No one told me about the birds and bees. I don't even think my grandparents even knew what the birds and bees was. I know that my grandmother got pregnant, and when she went back in them days, when you got pregnant, they married you off. That's just how it goes. So no one didn't tell her, so she couldn't teach me anything that no one else didn't teach her. So orgasm
got you thinking that Jesus and the 12 disciples is a actual based on a true story type event when it's not. Jesus, the Bible, the whole concept is the same as the Three Little Pigs, Humpty Dumpty, any other folklore, fable, hearsay, or story that you can think of that's used and meant as a way to teach a lesson. Jesus is not a real person. He's not a real person. He's just a character in the story. It's like 50 years from now you have niggas worshiping Harry Potter. Like Harry Potter did this, and Harry Potter had a magic wand, and
like I was like putting a condom on, I used to just put it on the tip of my head. That was it. And then go real deep, and then the shit would come off, keep going. I don't use condoms, I can't, no.
Putting a condom on, I used to just put it on the tip of my head. That was it. And then go real deep, and then the shit would come off, keep going. I don't use condoms, I can't, no.
So for her to just say we use protection, it was like, could you imagine me putting a condom on? Like, where? What? Bitch, we do a contraband check. If you come in here with a condom, no, give me a wine cup glass. If you come in here with a condom, we throwing them condoms away. If you come in here with medicine, condom, anything like that, we throwing that shit away.
If you come in here with a condom, we throwing them condoms away. If you come in here with medicine, condom, anything like that, we throwing that shit away.
Unless it's like, you got some kind of condition or something like with your heart or something like.
Fall by the wayside, heat exhausted, but I'm no coward. I'm solar powered as long as I know that you'll be there with me, face to face when I break the tape, or the kiss when we across the finish line.